Let's get to Tyler Matakevich right now, who will join us on set. Tyler's going to be busy at the end of the month as he's going to wait to hear his name called in the NFL draft. The Chuck Bednarik Award winner and the Bronco Nagurski Award winner, and that's Tyler Matakevich. Freckles in football, what's happening?
What's going on, guys?
Do you have one of those Freckles in football shirts?
Oh, yeah, I got a few of them. I had to make sure I had.
Where do people get those? Because I think I got to cop one of those.
You know, I was just talking to the guy who made them.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, he was saying he's getting another batch ready, so I'm definitely excited.
All right, so this is going to be a big month for you. You find out what NFL team you're going to land on. Who have been some of those teams that you've been close in contact? I saw you on the NFL Network the other day, by the way.
Yeah, that was awesome. But I've been talking to, I went over and visited with the Eagles, the Giants, the Jets. I had lunch with one of the 49ers guys, and, it's just been an awesome experience. It's honestly been a dream come true. Obviously, I'm not there yet. I'm not where I want to be. But unfortunately, hopefully soon, 2 more weeks, I get that phone call.
How will you spend draft day?
I'll just be hanging home with the fam, and hopefully everything goes according to plans and get that phone call and, I just be able to really embrace it and enjoy it with the family.
No invite for me? I don't get to come over to the Matakevich residence?
Hey, listen, the door's always open. The door's open.
There's probably going to be a lot of good food and, a few drinks as you guys celebrate that day.
Oh, definitely. Mom's definitely excited. She can't wait to get me back.
So what have teams been saying about you and how you match up in the NFL?
It's funny, man. You hear all the time, like, oh, he's not your typical linebacker and stuff like that. And when I talk to these coaches, they all tell me, hey, you got nothing to worry about, and they all tell me, like, all you got to do is just keep flying around, making plays, be who I am, you know what I mean, and good things will happen. So
we're talking to Tyler Matakevich. You know him as number 8 for the Temple Owls, and he's not even an NFL hopeful. We know he will have his name called at the end of the month. And Tyler, here you are at spring ball. Just how weird is this that you're up here with us and you're not out there with the helmet on?
It's killing me. I was telling all the guys out there in the parking lot when I was talking to all the old timers and stuff, and I was telling them I hate this. I hate not being out there with these guys. But
you're addicted to the program. You're still around at practice.
No, I'm
you
there
used to
every
wake
day.
up in the morning and go to practice. Like you figure you would sleep a little bit.
I love it here. That's a great thing about Temple. It's a family, and it really is. It means the world to me, and I've just had the opportunity to have 4 great years here, unbelievable years, and made the relationships that I have made. And it's just, Coach Rule lets you come back, and that's the best part about Temple. You hear about all these other schools or guys are like, oh no, I'm not going back. But if you came out here yesterday or 2 days ago, there's 10 of us running. Kyle, Fran, Ice, Tavon, Ship, Shabazz, Lofton, and Coach Scott's working us out, and it's like things never change. It's like we never missed a beat, and that's what you got to love about it when you really look back.
Have any other Temple alum who are probably a good bit older than you and are already in the league, we'll just say a Muhammad Wilkerson, for example, or even maybe some guys like a Bernard Pierce who are here with you as you guys overlapped a little bit, have they reached out to you at all and just given you a piece of advice?
I've had the opportunity to talk to Big Mo a bunch of times. He was over here for the ROTC program, and it's just so nice, having the opportunity to talk to guys who have been there, and they're always just like, hey, man, anything you need, like, I'm here to help. I'm talking to Coach Bowles, and he just said, anything you need, I'm here to help. You're a Temple guy, and when you really take a step back and you think about that, he's the head coach of the New York Jets, you wouldn't expect that from the head coach, but he literally, you really are a family here, and it means the world to me, and it really does mean the world to everybody else, and once you're a part of us, it never changes.
Did you ask him to draft you?
No.
Earlier than expected?
When I first saw him at the Senior Bowl, he's like, anything I can do for you, like, you let me know. I said, Coach, I know you guys got a 3rd-round pick. I'm right here, Coach. I'm not going anywhere.
And you are a Connecticut native, so you'd still be able to stay close to home.
Of course.
He grew up as a Jet fan.
I know I was. I used to have a Corvette jersey.
Two Jet fans today.
I used to have a Corvette jersey, a Testaverde jersey when I was little, but no, I could care less. As long as I'm playing football, I'll be happy. But, if I had the opportunity to stay local, with having the opportunity for my parents to come watch me and stuff, that would just be a dream come true.
Do you ever pinch yourself and just say, wow, just looking back at the year that you had? Because you came in and even a team by you in Connecticut in the Husky program didn't recruit you. Do you ever just look back and say, wow, to just see how far you come and just pinch yourself and say, I was a guy that came in here as a freshman. Not too many people knew who I am, and now you're a legend in the history of Temple football.
Of course, it's funny, man. Everything happens for a reason, and my path wasn't like some of these kids who have all these offers. I had to go a different route, and that's what makes me so grateful. That's why I'm so humbled all the time, because it took a lot of hard work to get where I am today, and it just makes everything. It makes the game so much more better. So appreciative. That's why I love it, and it's something I tell all these guys. They always have me talking to these recruits and stuff, and I tell them all the time, hey man, enjoy it, and don't let this get to your head, and wherever you go, you're there for a reason, and you got to make the best out of it, and that's all you can do.
How did you do it?
It was tough, because coming out of high school, you want to be recruited, you want to have all those offers, but unfortunately, I just had to go a different route, and the only thing you can do is just put your head down and just go. Work as hard as you possibly can, bust your tail to earn respect from the guys, and then once you're on the field, you just got to show them you could play, and that's something I did at the minute I stepped into this program.
And when we talked to you a few weeks ago, as you came in studio and gave us 30 minutes on air, as we're talking to Tyler Matakevich right now, you have the confidence that this group is going to finish the job and complete that unfinished business, as you guys just came up short in that bowl game and also the conference championship game. But a lot of Temple football fans, they're concerned a little bit about the defense just because you lose guys like yourself, Matt Ioannidis, who was up here a few moments ago. You lose Tavon Young. So give the Temple football fan at home a little confidence on what this defense will look like coming up.
I tell everybody, I think they're going to be just as good, if not better. I expect them to be better, because that's the standard that we set when we came here. We said you don't want to go back, you don't want to be complacent, you want to get better and better every week, every day, every year, and that's what I expect. Everyone thinks that we lost a lot on defense. Don't get me wrong, you lost Matt, myself, Hirsch, Tavon, Alex Wells, Will Hayes and stuff, but no, you look at the rest, that's it. You get all the rest of the guys that played. So I expect all these guys to have great years and just to continue to keep this process going and continue the tradition that we started here at Temple.
And what was one of the biggest lessons you learned at your time at Temple University, whether it be in the classroom or on the field?
It's just you gotta live in the moment. And enjoy every second of it. And no matter what the situation is, you just gotta embrace it. And that's something I've learned throughout this whole process. You look back to 2 years ago, we were 2-10. And if you told me 2 years later we'd be 10-2 at the end of the season playing in a championship in a bowl game, I would have told you were crazy. And it's just honestly just such an amazing feeling to put all that hard work in and go through what we did to get where we were,
And it's funny you mentioned that embracing the moment is the biggest thing you learned, because do you ever look back and think to yourself, okay, here it is, Halloween night, under the lights, I'm picking off an interception inside the final minute or two of the first half. Chris Fowler's going crazy. The link is going crazy. How many times have you seen that clip?
I've actually honestly haven't ever had a chance to just sit down and watch that game.
Really?
But everyone sends me I see that clip every once in a while. But it just shows you how far this program's come. Because I don't think you guys, myself, if you told me College Game Day would be here,
I would have said you're out of your mind.
Yeah, you're crazy. So that's just a credit to all these guys and myself just putting in all this hard work and the job that these coaches have done. What Coach Rule has done here at Temple University, I don't think any other program has really had that success so fast than this program right here, and it's just going to get better from there.
I don't know if you saw the video, but Abdul Smith and also Robbie Anderson have been working out with Chad Ochocinco. Ochocinco's given Abdul Smith a lot of birthday love and all this stuff on his Instagram. I don't know the relationship between those guys, but it's some pretty funny stuff. But I've seen Robbie playing a lot of corner. I know he wants to make it in the league as a wide receiver, but just being a defensive player like yourself and playing with Robbie all these years, how would he match up at corner?
I think he would do a great job. He's an athlete, and I think they would put him in the best position that he possibly can to play in the league, and that's what you have to do. You have to do things. You have to go outside your comfort zone and really, whatever it is, just excel at it, embrace it. Like I said before, the one thing I learned at Temple is you got to embrace it, and for him, that's his path right now. They're putting him on defense, so he's just got to enjoy it and just go run off and take off.
That's a few more questions as we're here with Tyler Matakevich in the Cherry and White game, Edberg Olson Hall on 10th and Diamond at Chodah Field. So you were at that Bednarik Award ceremony a few weeks ago. I saw Malcolm Butler was there, Brian Westbrook was there, Dick Vermeil was there. It was who's who of NFL stars. So just how was that experience getting honored in front of all those people?
You know, it was unbelievable. I mean, just looking back on everything, you know, and having that opportunity to be where I was, hanging out with Ron Jaworski and talking football, you know what I mean? And these guys telling me how they watch Temple and they love the way they play and just talking about things that happened throughout the season. It just makes you just got to take a step back and just laugh, you know what I mean? Just really appreciate, like, all the hard work that you put in here because it's finally paying off, you know what I mean? People are finally giving Temple the respect that we deserved a long time ago.
So Tyler, before we let you run, a little nervous about draft day coming up? Because everyone keeps on asking you about it. Do you all get, like, nervous and just realize, hey, you know, this is going to happen in a few weeks?
Of course, man. I mean, a few weeks ago I probably wasn't. I would think about it every day, but I wouldn't say I was nervous. But I mean, less than 2 weeks out, I mean, it's definitely starting to kick in. You know, I mean, that's my future. That's the goal I've been working for since I was a little kid. So it's definitely starting to get excited, a little nervous.
No matter where you go, you always have a chip on your shoulder. I just know that's the kind of guy that you are. But where would you like to be drafted? Like, what's the round that you think you deserve to be drafted in?
You know, I mean, as early as I could, I'd be happy with, you know. But I mean, like me, everyone knows who I am. Whatever happens, happens. You know, as long as I get to hear my name, and even if things were to happen and I didn't hear my name, I would just, whatever shot I get, I'll make the best out of it.
Well, Tyler, it's always great to see you. Thanks so much for coming on.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you guys having me.
Thank you.
There's Tyler Matakevich joining us at the Cherry and White game from Edberg Olson Hall, WHIP Radio in Philadelphia.